songs like In the Name of Love, that was dedicated to Dr. King, and a number of your other songs have become anthems. People sing along with them. They are anthemic. When you're writing them, I think that's not what you have in mind in particular, or does it ever cross your mind, oh, that'll make a great anthem? I mean, what is that process?
What I'm really scared about is people who take one idea expressed by us, which in many cases is as much a question as a statement, and it becomes like, it's kind of like the U2 ideology. It's like a package, you know. I think that's really not what we're trying to do. If anything, we're asking ourselves those questions. What we really want to say is, look, have you thought about this? What do you think about it? Not, this is where everyone should be. You know, it's that. What's important is that the wool isn't pulled over people's eyes on these issues. Not that one guy decides what everyone thinks.
Well, there are a lot of people that follow you that way, so that's important. You're more interested in raising the question than having people agree with your point of view.
And also hearing what other people have to say.
We're more interested in raising the question than answering it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have the answers to the questions raised in the lyrics of our songs, far from it. We're searching for those answers as hard as anyone else. It's just that we're turning over a few stones to see what's underneath in some of our songs.
I read where, when you went home in between these, when you went home before coming back to begin this tour, you had started working on your next album already, and that one of the songs that you'd written was about Los Angeles and the disparity in the culture there.
We started this song, I just started writing the words to this. It's called My Wild Irish Rose. It's named after a really cheap liquor that's available in Los Angeles. And we found it when we were filming in downtown LA, just in the streets. There's a lot of people sleeping rough in Los Angeles.
It's not a part of Los Angeles that most people see it.
And I just noticed this liquor in the hands of some of the, you know, the down and outs. And I noticed it was called Wild Irish Rose. So I wrote a song about an Irish immigrant who comes to America, wanders across the country and arrives in Los Angeles, the city of dreams, but his dreams don't come true. And that's what the song is kind of about.
And you made another video in Los Angeles, so there's definitely a relationship between this band and this country. I mean, I saw that video where you're down in the streets, and it was very potent.
Oh, that was good fun. It was a fair fight.
Yeah.
Us and the cops. Nobody
won.
really won.
I think they won, but
they might have won, yeah.
We got a film.
So in that video, that really did happen. They didn't want you shooting it.
Oh, yeah. That guy, you know, said they'd be coming in from Orange County and all over the damn place. Isn't that the line?
That's very good, yeah.
But,
the kids have been coming in from Orange County.
Yeah,
this was the chief of police.
We got, well, I don't know, 30,000, 400,000. He went from 30,000 to 400,000 in a second. No, it was brilliant, but it was a fair fight. They really, in a way, they outsmarted us because they pulled the power. They found out where the Jennies were. I mean, because had they sort of stormed the roof and just took the instruments off us, like nobody take the instrument off me easily, there would have been a riot. And, you know, yeah.
Dog roof. Dog roof.
No, they were just pretty cool cops. I thought them, and they have the most beautiful motorcycles in this country, Harley Davidsons.
But you got your video done.
Well, what happened? Some guy in a radio station found out about what was happening, and he started making these wild claims that there were going to be 400,000 people coming down. And what happened, as he was talking on the radio, the chief of police happened to be driving into work, tuned into the same station. So he did a quick U-turn and headed straight down for the shoot, and it was within like 15 minutes he'd said, that's it, you know, and pull the plug. So that's when our friends in radio
I also just
pull the plug.
Read where you've been discovering some roots music here in America, R&B and...
Oh yeah, this country is just such a rich tradition.
The problem is, the problem with America is that you really have to dig beneath the surface to find the true gems, because the stuff that really gets the big exposure on radio and TV often is just not the best music.
Like U2 and
like that. It's really, forget it. But I mean, through various trips and tours to America, we've really fallen in love with the roots music, as you say. Music that doesn't get a lot of attention, but music that really has been incredibly influential over the years. And we've caught the fever.
Yeah, like we used to be driving in the bus, and we used to get fed up with tuning into a lot of the obvious stations. We used to tune into the country stations and the black stations, the jazz stations. We'd be getting, you know, we were exposed to influences that we'd never before encountered. And it has really enriched our music, the blues, gospel music. I mean, I still haven't found what I'm looking for is a gospel song.
And that's a side of America that you see the Europeans don't see. And, I mean, without turning it into a kind of crusade, it niggles me when we go to Europe and people kind of have this impression of America based on a few TV shows and like some press about Ronald Reagan. We've been here, we know the fact, as I said earlier, there's all the best and all the worst. But no one in Europe sees the good. It's annoying. So, in a way, that's also the Joshua Trees are kind of trying to, in a sense, it's like a sketch of America. It shows some of the good music around. It also shows, you know, in the lyrics, some of the bad things.
So you've become unwitting American ambassadors.
Well, in a sort of funny way, only because in Europe, you know, a lot of people slag off.
What's the greatest contribution your music could make? What's the greatest, I'm going to say,
Stratalus, solve world hunger.
Contribution your music could make?
World peace.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, solving world hunger. All political prisoners released.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I don't know. I mean,
a serious answer.
Removal of all borders.
It's a serious answer.
You know, removal of all hats from Texans. You know.
The end of McDonald's. I mean.
Free fuel.
No, I don't
Actually,
know.
I think the best thing that could ever happen is like another 100,000 rock and roll bands formed. That's what I think.